It's Rose from the Philippines. I just want to make a short reaction video about this animation we have been watching for a while now, and we have been engaged in watching it, and it is Anne of Green Gables. It is an animation from when we were younger, and they replayed it since we have the TV Plus. So it is a animation derived from a novel by Miss Lucy Maud Montgomery, and it is about an orphaned girl who had lived with other families before, and she has been taking care of those families' children even though she is just 11. And she was sent to be adopted by these siblings, Macho and Marilla. So when Machu saw her at the train station, he was owed by her because they were expecting a boy to help with the farm. But Machu decided to bring her to Green Gables. And when Marilla saw her, she was apprehensive about keeping her, so she decided to bring her back to the White Sands Resort. But after a while, she decided to keep her because she doesn't want her to go with this other woman that is pretty cruel. So after that, she has been living with them since then, and Anne really loves the place. And I think the animation captured the place that much. The beautiful, the prettiness of the place was caught on the animation because you can see the surroundings very well, and the trees, the cherry blossoms. So the story is about a very talkative young girl, very imaginary, and she really loves daydreaming. So I was paused for a while there, so I decided to make clips instead of making one long video. So I was talking about her Anne's stay at Green Gables, and she really dreamt about the life like that, living on that kind of setting where there are plenty of trees around you. And I think that the animation captured the place because you can see the apple trees and the life that Anne has there. She even names the place or different place on Green Gables, like the Lake of Shining Water, Idlewild, where there are trees there, where she and Diana always plays. So speaking of Diana, she's very fascinated about having a bosom friend. So from before, she had some imaginary friends, but when she met Diana, they become instant friends, and they have been best friends ever since. So it's pretty nice to have that kind of friendship, and it makes you think and aspire to have one too. So during her stay there, she has these many mischiefs that occur during her stay, and one of them is she has been accused of losing Marilla's brooch. Uh, she decided to say that she did lose it, but in fact, Marilla has misplaced it. And there is this other instance too that she has mistaken a liniment bottle to a vanilla flavor bottle, um, that she has put as an ingredient for the cake that she's going to serve to the minister's wife. And there are other mischiefs too that she has made during her stay when she was younger. She was there for about 5 years, and she was 11 when she started living with them. So that is pretty nice. And the characters that evolves around her makes her character shine more. Like, for instance, Match and Marilla. So I think the strictness and the meekness of Matthew, the strictness of Marilla, really melded with Anne's character, and it made them it made the three of them a better person when they were together, because even ever since Anne came to the house, she did liven the house, and it gave the siblings the hope and the excitement for each day. So I think the characters also that evolves around Anne makes her shine more, like her friends, and especially Gilbert Blythe, because at the start they don't have a very good meeting. So that started the feud between Gilbert and Anne, and I'm really amazed on how Anne doesn't talk to him, and it has taken 5 years before she realizes that she has to reconcile with him. And it really brightens the story also because of the feud between them and them being not talking to each other for a while. But Gilbert I think has made a strong impact uh, on Anne's character, where she aspires to study more and be competitive with him and be better on what she is doing. So I think Gilbert has that effect on her that made her a better person and to study more, because Gilbert too is a very bright child, and Anne has decided to make him a competitor even though he doesn't know that. So that's about Gilbert, and the other characters like Josie, Anne really doesn't like her. She tried to like her, but at the end she failed, and she was the one who dared Anne to go to the rooftop, and that is why she has broken her knee and didn't go to school ever since. But after that, maybe it has strengthened Anne also. And I really like the character of Anne when she was a child, because she really is talkative. But when I'm comparing her when she was older, when she was 16 years old, there are pretty uh, big differences on the appearance, like the freckles and her being tall. But I think that she is Anne still, and she wasn't that talkative when she was growing old. So this has taken too long now, and I just want to talk about this one devastating thing that happened just recently, which is the death of Matthew. And right before his death, uh, he has acknowledged Anne as his own daughter. So that is a very touching moment, and I was pretty devastated when I am watching the death of Matthew, because he is a very meek person, and but he is very warm, and even though he hates being with other people, he has also that big impact on Anne's life, and he has been her number one supporter. So when he died, I was really crying, and I have a lump in my throat all the while. So so Matthew's death really has that impact on Anne's life. And before that, Anne has been striving to go to a different school. Queen's, she has passed the Queen exam, or entrance exam at Queen's. So there was a time there that she wanted to go back, and she was homesick. So, and she really misses Marilla's cooking. So there is one time there that she wasn't able to go back because of the snow. But she was really worried with Matthew. So she has came to Green Gables even though the snow is falling very hard. So this really uh, shows us her, if I can call it, tenacity, if it is the right word. So we are approaching the end of the animation on our TV Plus. And on our TV Plus, it is Tagalized, or it is dubbed in Tagalog. So I have already finished the story on YouTube right before it ended this afternoon, right before it ends. So Anne's aspiration to be a teacher has been sacrificed. She is going to be a teacher, but she's not going to Redmond College, even though she has won the Avery scholarship. So that also shows her sacrifice or her determination, because her her being intent on what she wants, because she decided to stay at Green Gables because of Marilla's condition, and because uh, the Abbey Bank has been bankrupt, and that is the reason why Matthew died. He was shocked at hearing the news that their bank is bankrupt. So I think Anne's character shines through there, because her decision to stay at Avonlea is the biggest decision in her life, and her staying with Marilla. So even though she has given honor by winning the scholarship, she has given honor to Matthew and Marilla by staying with them. So at the end of it, uh, Gilbert and Anne has reconciled. Anne has thanked Gilbert for giving her the chance to teach at Avonlea, and Gilbert is going to teach Tarmody. So it was interesting to see them reconcile after 5 years, and seeing them being together talking, and they have talked for 30 minutes right before Anne goes back to the house. So at that point, I really am hoping that they will have an animation sequel to Anne of Green Gables. And I have seen shows on YouTube that has that sequel, but I really was hoping for an animation one, but I think there isn't one. So those are my thoughts about Anne of Green Gables, and I'm hoping that I didn't miss anything now. Marilla has this condition of she has a condition in her eye that is giving her headaches, and if she didn't get it checked, she will be blind, stone blind. So Anne decided to stay with her. So I think those are most of it. I am sorry for keeping you guys. So that's it for Gantsilyera Chat. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.